the mysterious hotel room. Ben was tired from a long day of traveling. He had been on 2 flights and finally arrived at a small hotel in a quiet town. As he checked in, the receptionist gave him an odd look and handed him the key to room 407. "I hope you enjoy your stay," she said with a strange smile. But Ben was too exhausted to think much of it. When Ben entered room 407, he immediately noticed that it was different. The room was large, with old-fashioned furniture and a huge, round mirror on the wall. The bed had a red velvet cover, and an antique clock ticked slowly on the dresser. Despite the cozy setting, something felt off. As Ben unpacked, he noticed the lights flickering. At first, he thought it was just a bad connection, but when he tried turning them off, they wouldn't stay off. The lights flickered back on, no matter how many times he switched them off. Strange, he thought, but he shrugged it off, thinking it must be an electrical problem. A little later, he heard soft music playing. It sounded like an old record, the kind his grandparents used to play, but there was no radio or speaker in the room. The music faded away after a few minutes, leaving an eerie silence. Ben felt a chill and decided to go to bed early. He turned off the lights, hoping they would stay off this time, and climbed into bed. At midnight, Ben woke up suddenly. He had the feeling someone was watching him. His eyes went to the large mirror on the wall. He could have sworn he saw a shadow move across it. He sat up, his heart pounding, and stared at the mirror. Nothing moved. "It's just my imagination," he told himself, though he felt uneasy. The next morning, Ben went down for breakfast. He asked the receptionist if anyone had complained about room 407. She hesitated, then said, "Well, some people say the room has energy. They sometimes hear music or see strange things in the mirror." Ben was intrigued. He asked if she could tell him more, but she just smiled and said, "Room 407 has been here for a very long time." That night, Ben returned to his room with a plan. He wanted to see if he could catch any of these strange happenings on camera. He set up his phone to record and went to bed. In the morning, he checked the footage. First, everything looked normal. But halfway through the night, the camera picked up a strange flickering light near the mirror and the sound of soft music. Just before the recording stopped, a faint shadow passed in front of the camera. Ben decided to leave that day. As he checked out, the receptionist asked if he enjoyed his stay. Ben just nodded and said, "It was interesting." As he walked out, he could still hear the soft music playing in his mind. Room 407 would be a place he'd never forget.